Okay, hello everybody. Welcome to MBA 5319 Financial Management course for our summer 2017 session. I would like to spend the first webinar on going over our syllabus, then checking our Moodle page and some other features as well. So it should be a 35 minutes or 40 minute at most session, and this recording will be also available on YouTube, and the link will be shared on our Moodle page. Okay, if you walk through the course syllabus, it's pretty standard. At the beginning of the syllabus you will see my information. My phone number and my email is also available. Here you can access, you can find me through email. I also created an email group. So usually when I want to communicate any announcement or something like that, I will do it through that email group. So you will constantly receive emails over the next 6 weeks. This is a 6-week session. It's not a mini session, so it's not 3 weeks, but it's not a long session. It's not 12 weeks either, so it's somewhere in the middle. So it's a 6-week session. So the syllabus is standard, as I said. We will have one webinar each week, and I set those on Wednesday 6 p.m. So if for some reason you miss any webinar, all you do is you watch it later on YouTube and you write a synopsis and you email it back to me. That's as easy as that. Okay, so I want to also check the chat box as well if necessary. That's good. The course material, the textbook is listed here on our syllabus. The textbook now has the 9th edition, but probably it's a bit more expensive. If you want a hard copy textbook or if you want to rent a book, the 8th edition is good enough. If you don't want to buy a book, that's fine by me too, but usually having a textbook, a reference book, is always a good idea for future reference, and you can see the ISBN number for that book as well. Library resources, you know how to access library resources. I don't want to repeat those things. The course format, it's an online course, so obviously you see some learning outcomes. You can read it on your own as well, but basically this course will assess at least two of the following outcomes. Here U stands for utilized. Basically we will utilize core business knowledge as well as analytical skills, including problem solving and critical thinking skills. And those are kind of personal, I feel those are the most important skills in a business environment. So those are important skills. So scrolling down, we see course level outcomes. What will you be accomplishing once you complete this course? I invite you to read this. Obviously, this is a financial management course. There's quite a few calculations involved. We'll start with interest rates, with simple stuff. Then we will cover, probably over this week and a little bit of next week, we will cover accounting topics. But as soon as we reach the 3rd week, we'll start doing real finance stuff, topics. The one thing that you will need for this course will be a financial calculator. I'm not sure if I added on the syllabus. Let me go back up to see. I think I forgot to write that down. Yeah, so this was, yeah, that's my mistake. So let me email you the calculator that I would prefer. In case you don't want to use a calculator, all the calculation we will do throughout this course will be also, you can do it through Excel as well. So that should be fine. So over the next few days I will also upload some material on doing the calculation on YouTube. So you can also follow those calculations through our YouTube page as well. Scrolling down, grading, which is probably arguably the most important subject for, topic for the class, is based on basically 4 ideas, four items: discussions, exams, weekly assignments, and webinars. That's it. So 4 main topic areas. So the quantity will tell you how many discussions I'm expecting of you. So you will see 6 discussions, obviously. I believe I already shared the first discussion with you. Has anybody watched that discussion? It will be, who knows how our discussion medium will be. Did you receive any email from me about how the discussions will go on? Huh? Anybody remembers? I shared the video with you. It is something called, anybody? Can you write it on the chat box? I can't hear anybody because I muted everybody. You can only write in the chat box. So Nezaket, welcome. So did you watch my video? Write on the chat box. Tell me. Okay, Akın watched it. Yes, so if you watched my video, let me open it for you. There you go. So this is the topic for the first week. You have 1 week to respond to this discussion. So what I did is I created a discussion. So you will see me dressed casually. I think I took this video. Oh, here you go. The time is here. 2:55 a.m. So I'm a little bit off, as you can see, probably sleepy eyes. But this is a 90 seconds discussion topic. So you watch it and then you need to respond to it. So you need to create a video every week, 60 seconds video, and it will count as a discussion, right? In fact, I logged in like a student and I responded to myself as if I'm a student. So you can also watch the sample response. And so that's kind of cool. For instance, let me show you. I used my computer's camera to do that. So,
hello everybody, and hello Dr. Nal. This is a sample response to the question that you just posed regarding the topic of democratization of finance. I totally agree with your
okay, so as you can see, the sample response is there. For the topic, I posted something, and then I asked whether you agree with what I posted, right? So if you look at the question here, it says, do you agree? Obviously, when I did put a sample response, the sample response is an agreeing idea, but you don't have to agree with my topic, right? So if you don't agree with my line of thinking, if you disagree, you need to explain why you disagree, but the whole challenge is to do it in 90 seconds. That's it. So please go ahead to log into Flipgrid. Most likely you don't have an account with Flipgrid. You will just create an account and then you can so once you have the account available, you can start uploading your video. As I said, you will have 90 seconds, so that should be fair. Okay, so that's the discussion part. Let me go back to our syllabus. So the discussion forums will be through Flipgrid. 6 weeks. Our class is 6 weeks long during summer. Each week I'm expecting from you a 90 seconds response to the topic that I pose each week. Okay, 90 seconds only. Each one is worth 20 points. So 6 times 20 is 120 points coming from discussions. Next is exams. In total, we will have 3 exams. Usually the way I do it is the following. In total, we will cover 12 chapters from our textbook, 12 chapters, and because our class is 6 weeks long, basically every week we are covering 2 chapters. Because there are 3 exams, 12 chapters in total, each exam will cover 4 chapters. So therefore, let's make a simple counting strategy. So exams, oops, so probably I should write slightly bigger. There you go, exams. Exam 1 will cover chapters 2, 3, 4, and 5 from our textbook. Exam 2 will cover chapters 6, 7, 8, and 9. And finally, exam 3 will cover chapters 10, and then we will skip a few chapters, 12, 13, and I believe it was 15. So that's it. So each exam will cover 4 chapters. So how do we take the exams if this is an online class? So I will share the exams on every 2 weeks, right? So the exams will be every 2 weeks during the weekends. So I will share the exams with you on a Friday, and I will give you pretty much 48 hours. So probably I will share the exam on Friday evening, and you will have time to respond to do the exam until Sunday midnight. The way you can do the exam is, once I email you the exam, you can download it through a printer, a paper copy. You solve the problems. It's not a multiple choice test. It's a classical exam. It's an essay type exam. So once you solve the problems, you take a picture of those pages that you used to solve the problems and you email it back to me. So it's pretty standard in that sense. So in total, as I said, we are covering 12 chapters from our textbook, and every 2 weeks, you will have an exam covering 4 chapters. So each week 2 chapters. So the first week we will cover chapter 2 and 3 this week. Next week is 4 and 5. And before you know it, let me give you the exact date from my calendar. It's not this Friday, but the following Friday. So on the weekend, on the 3rd and the 4th of June, you will have your first exam. So if you want, let me write that down. June 3, 4 weekend, you will be doing exam 1, and then 2 weeks later on June, if I add 14 to that, so that would be probably 17 and 18, you will be taking exam 2. Finally on June, what's that, if I add 14 to 17, I will get 31. That won't work. So therefore it's probably July then, right? So July 1, 2 weekend, and I will give you your final overall letter grade. I mean, I know the semester is supposed to end on 29, but I will give everybody their grades on July the 3rd. So you can see your letter grades on July the 3rd. But anyhow, so this is kind of the exam schedule. The thing that's kind of nice, that's less worrisome, is that the exams, they don't have too much weight. That's the good news. So exams cover only 90 points of your overall grade, and because it's take home, you have 48 hours to do the problem, so it's pretty cool. So one thing you can say is, hey, but how do I get to practice problem solving? Well, no worries about that. If you check my Moodle page, let me show you our course Moodle page. Probably you've seen our course Moodle page, I guess. I already started uploading quite a few materials on our course Moodle page. If you scroll down, you will see our YouTube channel here. Can everybody see that? Oops, Control Plus. Let me make it slightly larger. So if you click on our YouTube channel, let me click it there. You will see all the videos for our textbook. I created these videos last year. There's, I think, 61 videos here. So pretty much at the end of each chapter in our textbook, there's about 10 to 20 questions. I randomly pick 4, 5, 6 questions at the end of each chapter, and I solve them. And I posted them on YouTube. So you can, for instance, our first topic is chapter 2. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 problems that I solved. All these problems are from the end of our textbook, so you can easily watch these videos. For instance, let me randomly pick one of the videos, let's say 2-3. So this is the solution to one of the end of chapter questions.
We are interested in an investment that we are expecting will have an 8% return over the next year. Obviously, this is a quoted rate. As such, this would be the nominal interest rate.
So let me pause the video here. As you can see, the video is pretty short. In 3 minutes, I'm solving the problem very effectively. And you can even scroll faster, and so to go directly to the solution. So it's pretty cool. So you can expect the exams to be very similar in nature. So probably I will ask 2 or 3 short problems from each chapter, because you will have to so because I will cover 4 chapters in our first exam, so you can expect about 10 or 12 questions for the first midterm, for pretty much each midterm, for each exam, I should say. But these videos are great. So the exam questions will be very similar to these videos. In fact, I will just change the numbers in those videos, and then I will re-ask these questions. So make sure you watch these videos, right? It's pretty cool. So that's why during the webinars, I'm not planning to lecture, but rather I'm planning to have a coordination meeting with you, like a status check. If you are missing anything, making the announcements, weekly announcements, and that's kind of more like a chat rather than a lecture. The lecture videos are already available. All of these, it took me a long time. I think last year I spent about 3 weeks working on all these problems, uploading them on YouTube. So you are more than welcome to watch each video as many times as you can, and they are pretty good. And by the way, there is no advertisement, so that's nice too. In the future, I can just click on the advertisement button and I can start making money as well. But hopefully not now, maybe in the future. But okay, so this is a very great resource. Okay, so let's go back to our syllabus. So we explained the second part as well. Exams are taken care of. The third one related to your grading will be weekly assignments. So weekly assignments are all multiple choice, all available in our Moodle page. Let me go back to our Moodle page, I hope. Yeah, no, that's not our Moodle page. Okay, there we go. So I'm back in our Moodle page. So you can easily see the week. For instance, this is week 1. You can see each week I start the Moodle page by giving the information about the webinar. For instance, you were able to log into today's webinar by clicking on this link, I guess. Everybody's probably did that. But as soon as we move over, as I said earlier, each week we are covering two chapters. So this week we are covering chapter 2 and chapter 3 from our textbook. So under that week 1, you will see stuff about 2 weeks material. So first, chapter 2, you will see the presentation slides. These are PowerPoint presentations, pretty good. So if you don't want to read the textbook, you can directly check the presentation slides. And then you will also find the YouTube videos that I mentioned to you. The end of chapter questions, I solved pretty much a lot of questions, so you can check those video lectures as well. Then you will see this to-do list. In the to-do list, there you go, that's chapter 2 homework. So, and you can see also the deadline for submitting this homework. So today is 24th, it's a Wednesday, so this homework is due Tuesday next week, before midnight, right before midnight. So for instance, if you just click on the homework, I'm logged in like a student, so this is exactly the way you should be able to see. There you go. So you will be able to see the exam. So you have 3 attempts. That's pretty good. I will just grade the highest attempt. Probably in your first attempt, you will not get everything right. But as you take the homework a second time and a third time, you will eventually get a perfect score. I'm expecting everybody to get 100 in the homework. That's pretty good stuff. So let me start my first attempt as a student. So, and then let's see which grade I will get in my first attempt. Don't worry, I will only grade the highest attempt, right? So, well, the system does it automatically. I'm not doing anything. I'm sure you guys all did homework like this through the system, but there you go. So the way I did it is, as you can see, there are 20 questions in this assignment, and each page have 5 questions. So as soon as I'm done with the first 5 questions, I can scroll down, I can answer each question, and then I go to the next page. So in total, each homework is 4 pages long. As soon as you come to the 20th question, let me directly go to the 20th question. Yeah, my internet connection is a little bit slow. Sorry for that. You guys can just say finish the attempt, right? So let me just make a guess here. Let's finish the attempt now. Let's see my grade. And then it will give me a summary. Obviously, I didn't answer most of the questions. I only answered the last question. And then instead of returning the attempt, I just say submit like this. Submit all and finish. That would be counted as my first attempt. So in my first attempt, my guess was, my guess was right. Sure. Haha, I'm so lucky. Haha. But as you can see, there are 19 red pieces and then just 1 green. So there's a lot of room for improvement. So what I can do is I can finish the review and I can attempt the homework again. So let me finish this review. And I have, well, my mark is pretty small, pretty low, right? I just got 1 question out of 20. Each homework, I think, is worth 5 points. So as a result, if you go back to the syllabus, you will see that each homework here is worth 5 points. So 20 questions, each question is like worth 0.25 points. So for a total of 5 points. So what I can do, I can reattempt the quiz. But be aware, you have only 3 attempts, right? So you need to use it wisely. Okay. Awesome. So let's go scroll down, and then once you do the homework, that's it, I guess, right? And then you see the chapter 3. So the first homework will be related to chapter 2 in our textbook. It is due on next Wednesday, and the following homework related to chapter 3 in our textbook, that one is due Friday. So basically what's going on is every 3 days you have a homework. That's the way I kind of arranged the homework assignments. So for instance, the next homework will be due June 5th, obviously, or June 4, well, June 4 or June 5, let me see. Friday, oh, well, there's only 2 days between the homework, between chapter 3 and chapter 4, so be careful there. But pretty much, I think afterwards, I do it every 3 days, so don't worry about that. So the last homework will be June 29th, so that's pretty decent. Okay, so let's go back. Finally is the webinar. You know how to log into the webinar through our GoToMeeting link. I shared, all the links are already shared on our Moodle page. So if you scroll down through the, so as I said, my connection is pretty low. Oh, wow, I'm kicked out of this meeting. Are you kidding me, right? Oh my goodness. Hello, test, test. Oh, okay, can you guys hear me? Oh, so you can hear me or not? Okay, well, regardless, let me continue the recording and then you can finish watching it on your own as well. Or, oh, I see what's going on. No internet access. Oh, you're kidding me. So from where we left off. Okay, so oh, okay. So I don't know what was the last thing you guys heard, but so pretty much I cannot see all the screen that you are showing. Oh, sorry for that. Wait a second. Oh, okay. So, but you've seen my screen early on, right? Everybody, right? So, okay. You used to see my screen earlier, right? No, you never saw my screen? Oh, I forgot. Oh no! Wow. Okay. All right. So let me stop the recording here then. Wait a second. I thought I shared my screen earlier. Oh, okay. So nobody saw anything. Ah, you should have told me so. Don't be so nice, guys. Let me let me restart the recording. Okay, so we are recording. Let me go back to our syllabus quickly then. So the important thing on our syllabus, I think most of the thing you heard me audio, but so basically on the 6th page of our syllabus, which is available on Moodle, you can see the grading scheme. So the grading scheme has 4 items, as you can see here: the discussion forums, exams, weekly assignments, and webinars, for a total of 300 points. And you can also see the grade distribution here, basically based on the 300 points, by the way. But the discussion forums will be through the Flipgrid, basically. That's it. So each week I will post a topic on Flipgrid, like I did here during the first week, very informally, and I'm expecting you to respond to it. So what I did is, like a student, I logged in myself like a student and I responded to myself. So you can watch those as well. But I shared the link for the Flipgrid through our group email, so make sure to watch that. Okay, so that's the discussion part. So the discussion forums basically is just a response each week that you do to the video that I post. The video response should be just 90 seconds long. That's it. The exams basically will be the following. We will have 3 exams. Because in our course we are covering in total 12 chapters, these chapters here. At the end of each 4 chapter we will have an exam. The exams will be on a weekend. I'll send you by email the exam, which will be an essay type exam, on a Friday evening, and you will be returning the exams to me by an attachment to an email by Sunday midnight. So the exam dates will be those following weekends. So make sure you are available during those weekends, at least a few hours. Usually the exams should take about 2, maybe at most 3 hours. I doubt it will be 3 hours, probably 2 hours at most. So because each week we are covering 2 chapters from our textbook. For instance, this week I assume we are covering chapter 2 and 3, and next week we are covering chapter 4 and 5 from our textbook. We will have an exam at the end of the following week, during the following weekend, basically. So every other weekend there will be an exam covering 4 chapters. Well, one thing you might say is, hey, how do I study for the exams? So that's pretty easy. We have a YouTube channel where I post a lot of solutions to the end of chapter problems from our textbook. Not all of them, but a lot of them. So if you click on the YouTube channel, you can see so many end of chapter problems. I think in total I posted 61 problems with their solutions. So that's pretty decent. So if you randomly click on one of the videos, you can see me talking and solving a problem. For instance, you will see the text of the problem and then my solution to the problem. So I solve it, the problem on the screen. So it's pretty decent. So you can consider the YouTube videos as a lecture in a sense. And mostly during the webinars that we do with you, like we do here right now, will be is the exam 3 attempts? No, the exam is 1 attempt because the exam is not multiple choice. The exam is just essay type. So I will ask you about 10 essay questions during each exam, and you will just write your solutions. But I really need to see your solutions. I don't need the final answer. I need you to show me how you got those solutions, right? So that's most of the problem. The questions will be problem solving type. So there's only a single attempt for each exam. But the good news is the exams do not cover much of the grade. As you can see, exams are worth less than a third of your overall grade. But still it's significant. So it can cause you, if your exams are not good, it can cause you your grade to fall below A, right? So but that's pretty much it. So the exams, we have a lot of YouTube videos available, so you can watch those YouTube videos for lecture purposes. Okay, so then the weekly assignments. Weekly assignments will be on Moodle again, and so you can already see under the to-do list, under each chapter, the homework. We are skipping chapter 1 from our textbook, so the homework will start with chapter 2 homework, and that one is due next Tuesday. So that's your first homework assignment, which is due next Tuesday, midnight. And as you click on the homework, you will have 3 attempts. Yeah. For the homework, you have 3 attempts, but not for the exam. The homework, the good news is multiple choice, so it's pretty easy. And there are only 4 choices, so you have 3 attempts, so it's pretty good deal. I mean, most likely, most of you guys will get 100 from each homework, or 5 points from each homework. I think each homework is worth 5 points, yeah. In total, we have 12 we're covering 12 chapters. As a result, 12 times 5 points each homework, so you will earn 60 points from the homework assignments. The last one is the webinars. You know, the webinars, we will do the webinars through our GoToMeeting platform like we are doing today. So the webinars will be recorded like I'm doing right now today. And unfortunately, the first half of the webinar was just audio, sorry for that. But the second half, right now you can see my screen as well. So I will put this video on YouTube and you can watch it later on. So it's kind of like a good reference for you guys. So it's always, so those webinars are available. So in case you are missing something or you forgot something, you can always go back to watch those webinars again. You can always reach me through my email, right? So on the second page of the syllabus, you will see my email address, I hope. Yes, here you go. Second page of the syllabus. My email is nal@na.edu. You can shoot me an email anytime you want if you have any questions or something. Because Oh, the discussion forum. Mohammed, the discussion forum is available through Flipgrid. I emailed it to you through our group email already. So check your group email. I think the school gave you a North American University email address, na.edu. I emailed everybody. Let me show you the email. So, and if your name is not part of the group email, I can add your name there. So let's click on my mail. And then, oh, wow, so many people joined already. So here you go. I created this group, MBA 5319. Let me make it, yeah. And then through that group email, I already sent you 2 emails. Well, first one is a welcoming email with textbook information and the syllabus. The syllabus and the textbook information is already available on Moodle as well, so you can always go to Moodle. The second one, the second email you received from me had 3 announcements. Announcement about homework, announcement about discussion forum and how to reach the first discussion, for example. The Flipgrid here, you can just click on it and then you can directly start using it, and then so on. And then the third announcement, that's it. So it's pretty decent. So every week you should receive probably about 1 or 2 emails from me, just quick updates on the things to not miss. So basically, if you go back to the syllabus, let me just remind you one more time. So discussion forums, we will have 6 discussions, right? So pretty much 1 discussion a week. So once a week you need to shoot a 90-second video through Flipgrid, sorry. And then exams, 3 exams only, because our course is 6 weeks long. Every 2 weeks we have an exam, right? So, and the exam dates are already announced it here. So the first exam will be June 3, 4, second exam, and the third exam basically. So that's pretty good. So exams are bi-weekly. Oh, sorry for Mohammed. Okay, let me add your name. Let me see who is members of this group. So we have Ahmet Zaid, Ebru, Baysal, Akın, Flora, Ingo, Nezaket, and Ünal. Okay, so Mohammed, I don't have your name. Let me add your name. How do I add it? Oh, here. Okay. What is your last name, Mohammed? Can you write your last name? Oh, Mohammed Suge. Oh, that's my good friend. Okay, Mohammed Suge. Of course I know him. Okay, so I added you too, Mohammed. Okay, there you go. I added your name too, save. So I hope you should be able to see the conversations on our group as well. Yeah, your name appears here too. Perfect. But if you check the earlier conversations, you can see how to access the Flipgrid and how to shoot a video. It would be a lot of fun to see you guys struggle and shoot those 90 seconds videos. In the future, maybe we will even increase the time, right? So why 60 seconds only? Why not 5-minute discussion or something? But for now, 60 seconds, sorry, not 60 seconds, my bad, 90 seconds. The videos are 90 seconds long. Okay, so going back to our thing, so, and that's it. That's all we have. So I have a quick quiz for you. Let's see, because I don't want to make it longer. I prepared a quiz for you. So these 4 items is part of your grade, right? Discussion forums, exams, weekly assignments, and webinars. So who can help me fill in these blanks? So let's start with the first one, discussion forums. You can use your chat box to write the answer. So discussion forums will be administered, through what? Who remembers? Through what page? Discussion forums will be administered through an application. What is the name of this application? Mohammed asked a few seconds ago. Flipgrid, yes. Good job, Mohammed. Flipgrid. So you need to you need to sign up with Flipgrid. Good. Then, second question. Fill in the blanks. 3 exams in total, once every 2 weeks. Yes, once every other week, once every 2 weeks. Good job, Flora. Awesome. Third question. Weekly homework assignments on... Oh, sorry. Weekly homework assignments will be administered through through, okay, I don't know how to write that word. Okay, through what? Moodle, yes! Wow, so Flora, you are awesome. Good, through Moodle. And finally, webinars on will be administered how? Webinars. Come on. Nezaket, are you even here? Come on. Oh, here you are. Okay, Nezaket. So this question is for Nezaket. Webinars. How do you do the webinars? Through GoToMeeting, yes. So Flora helped you. She saved your life. So you owe her. GoToMeeting, yes. So let's write that too. GoToMeeting. That's it. Flora aced 3 of them, and then the first one, Mohammed got that. Do you guys have come on, Flora, yeah. So do you guys have any questions regarding like so the grading is obvious, right? So the grading is there. Okay, so let me go back to the syllabus. So once we are done with the grading part, so that you can read the syllabus on your own later on. Let me show you the schedule. That's the schedule, so make sure you understand this schedule. This is a summer course. It's pretty short, just 6 weeks. During the regular semester, we spent 16 weeks on this course. So, but because it's summertime, you guys have only 6 weeks. And because we need to cover 12 chapters from our textbook, you can imagine that each week we will be pretty much covering 2 chapters. But I know that's a lot, but you guys took the challenge, right? So you guys decided to take this summer class, so make sure you are able to follow up with that. So because each chapter we do 1 homework, you can imagine that each week you guys will have 2 homework assignments, multiple choice through Moodle. So don't miss those homework assignments. So every 3 days you will have a homework. So obviously, as you can see here, we are skipping some of the chapters. For instance, who can tell me the chapters we are missing? Or skipping, I should say, not missing, skipping. So which chapters are we skipping? Yeah, we are definitely skipping 11. What else? So Flora, you don't say it, so you be quiet, Flora. Other people, please. Come on, Mohammed, come on, see some action. Which chapter am I skipping here? There's an easier one. 11 is the hard one. We're skipping a much, 14, come on. Yes, we are skipping 14 too. We're skipping one more chapter. Which one? Who can see it? Who can count? Yes, 1, 2, yes. So we're skipping 3 chapters, 1, 11, and 14. So don't study for, well, you guys can still read the chapter, obviously, but it won't be part of there won't be any homework from those chapters. But that's it. So this is pretty much the schedule. All these chapters come, yeah, Flora again, yeah. So all the chapters from our textbook, so it's pretty decent. This course is very well organized, pretty much. It's I think everybody can get an A as long as you spend about what, 3 hours maybe? Yeah, if you spend 3 hours a week, you definitely get an A. But if you don't have as much time, obviously, it will be a challenge to finish everything on time. So because homework, probably I'm anticipating you will be spending at least 1 hour on each chapter homework, and in total we have 12 homework. So that will take you a lot of hours, obviously. Then you will shoot videos, obviously, so that's another time. I didn't share the rubric with you for the videos, but I'm planning to share the rubric on Moodle as well. So pretty much for the videos, the 9 seconds videos, what matters is obviously the language matters, how you speak, and if it is understandable, but the content is also important. So I'm also interested in hearing the content from you as well, right? So those are the 2 main areas I'm expecting from you. So when you shoot the videos, so the videos will take you some time. Each week you will be responsible from 1 video, and that's it. And then the exams every 2 weeks, right? So the exams will be slightly challenging, I guess, right? So because it's the exams are the real core stuff, right? So the thing where I'm able to test your knowledge, right? So make sure you understand the exams basically, right? So you understand what's going on in the exams. If I have time, I can probably solve last year's exam questions for you. It would give you kind of some idea on what to expect in the exam. If you guys want it, I can do it. I can shoot a video and I can upload it on YouTube, so it can kind of give you an idea what to expect. But that's it. It's already 6:45. I think it's time to, at least I will stop the recorded session right now. So if you have questions, I will be around for a few minutes. So in fact, let me stop the